All right, we have the level 54 Bard quest, Requiem on Ice, given to us by Sanson. We are at Falcon's Nest in Corthus, Western Highlands. We're going to get, ooh, yeah. I believe this is going to be used on cooldown. But, yeah. Here we go. Good tidings, Mercy. We've received information from Sir Alamanane, regarding the Ballad of Oblivion. You will recall the woman he mentioned, the one who sends souls unto the heavens with a song. She's apparently a soldier stationed at the Convictory. Let us go there at once. Guidolo, you are coming with us. He just gives a shrug, putting his harp away, and follows. Stuck in the middle with you. Yeah, I'm stuck in the middle with you. And it started out with nothing, and you'll find that you're still my man. Do 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 do. Barrage, raging. Okay, my opener, which is different and possibly wrong. I'm okay with that. I think that if you have the time for Venomous Bite and Wind Bite to go their entire duration, they are both the most powerful attacks we have. So having Raging Strikes at the snapshot when they are applied, I think is highly necessary to get the best damage. Now, later on, when I get Iron Jaws in 2 levels, it will... If you use Iron Jaws while Raging Strikes is still active, and both of your dots are active, it will then snapshot those dots with the damage buff. But like you probably want to wait until the very end of Raging Strikes to do that. And then you'll get a fresh 45 seconds of both of these with the buff. And then doing that would probably change my opener. But for now, I don't know why I do Barrage so early. It's really not necessary. But it's fine to get out of the way, in my opinion. But I go Barrage, Raging Strikes, Wind Bite. I don't care if Wind Bite or Venomous Bite get a direct hit rate increase, because the direct hit rate doesn't benefit the damage over time aspect, and they're not exactly big immediate damage anyway. So I don't really care for that. I like having Battle Voice on so that heavy shot and straight shot, like the Barrage buffed straight shot specifically, get the buff. So I go Barrage, Raging Strikes, Wind Bite, Battle Voice, and then I'm going to do a Bloodletter. So I'm weaving 2 global or 2 off GCDs right after Wind Bite. And so far my ping isn't bad enough. It's been working pretty well. But yeah, Barrage, Raging Strikes, Wind Bite, Battle Voice, Bloodletter, Venomous Bite. Now I'm doing Wanderer's Minuet. The problem is, after I hit Raging Strikes and Wind Bite, it is 1 global cooldown. It's like 2 or 3 seconds before I'm using Wanderer's Minuet, and you don't get 3 stacks of the Pitch Perfect thingy for at least another 9, maybe 12, maybe 15 seconds if you're unlucky. So you might get 1 usage of a 3-stack Pitch Perfect under the Raging Strikes buff. Which maybe that does make it smarter. But I would like to know if 20... You guys can skip ahead if you want to. So 1 is 15 and 20. Okay. So let's say, I think 45, I think the global cooldown, I think like is roughly, is it the same right here? So like 2.36. So every 2.36 seconds, I think you get a tick. Divided by 2.36. So roughly 19 ticks times, let's go with 20. Wait, why am I using venomous bite instead of wind bite? Have I been dumb this whole time? Wind bite is bad. Oh wait, no. Because you get 100 potency from venomous bite straight up and only 60 from wind bite. So like on monsters that aren't going to last a while, I've been doing venomous bite because of the greater direct potency. But anyway, 19 times, let's say 20. You're getting 381 potency out of that over time, if my math is correct. I'm not exactly sure. And pitch perfect is 360, which you're going to get, no matter how you do it, you're probably only going to get one of these anyway during the raging strikes. And then maybe it would be better, you have to be in combat. So maybe it is, ooh, that's tough. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully you skipped ahead, because I apologize for my boring theory crafting, which is also probably incorrect, because much smarter people than I have already kind of figured it out. They all say you start with wind bite and then you go, I think it's the song, I think minuet, to get that going, so you get the most usage out of it. And then I don't remember, whatever. Fuck, I'm gonna stop. Here's Sanson. Guidalo's over here talking to a female lancer, shooting a shot. We have found the soldier, Mercy. Selene is her name, and that's the one Guidalo's talking to. Alas, though she admits to singing the song, she refuses to teach it to us. Guidalo is doing his best to coax it out of her. For once, his way with women may serve an honorable cause. We go over to talk to Guidalo. Cutscene. You won't sing for us. I don't have a problem with that. But could you at least tell us why? It'd help to ease our disappointment. She shakes her head no. I'm no bard, just a simple soldier, and it isn't a song I would willingly sing. He shrugs at her. Sanson comes up. The lady has spoken. Seems to me there's nothing else we can do. You would give up just like that? We have a duty to accomplish. Guidalo shrugs again. Sanson and the lady start talking. Begging your pardons, but your comrade gave me to understand that an operation is due to be conducted presently. Aye, dragon numbers are on the rise, and we go to cull them. If you are not averse, we would lend you our aid. The operation would be better for the extra hands, and should you have occasion to employ the song in battle, we would be able to hear it. Very well, you may join us, but on one condition. You are to provide our forces with support only. As opposed to, what else would we be providing? Whatever, I don't know. All right, we have work to do. The operation will take place at twin pools to the north and west. Let us present ourselves to the commander and offer him our aid. He had turned to say to me. Guidalo is pondering. And he throws a hissy fit when I do something spontaneous. And he throws a hissy fit when I do something. I think it's probably better, more along the tone. Well, let's make ourselves useful. The only way a bard can. Okay. All right, we have a Convictor Knight, Guidalo, Selene, and Sanson here. You would join us in the call. The Holy See thanks you. Seeing as you are skilled in the bow, you may help us by thinning out the beasts. I shall mark a spot on your map. Pray focus your efforts upon this area. I shall remain close by in case you have occasion to employ the song, Sanson says to Selene. Do as you will, just see that you do not overreach yourself. The two of them walk off. Go to our assigned positions. Do what we always do. Seems straightforward enough, says Guidelo. He leaves. We fly to the west and a little bit north. Pretty much almost entirely into the Dravanian Forelands, like zone crossing line thingy majigger thingy mahoo's it. We have a dark purple destination spot. We'll click it. Surveying. By the way, I used my last Thavnarian onion, which the market price has dropped like 100,000 gil. Oh, you guys are weak. I'm not gonna need. I forgot my rotation. I was playing Dragoon for a second. But yeah, Pegasus is officially on his way to reaching 20, which is current cap as far as I know. Bye. 2 dragons showed up and I killed them. I suppose that was the entire point of this exercise, is to take dragons out. We meet up over with Sanson, Guidelo, and Selene, just kind of standing. We get a cut scene. Not once did Selene perform the song, and though the operation itself was a success, her people suffered heavy losses. She's, I guess, kind of praying a little bit. Farewell, my friends. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten. I'm going to grab this in case there's not a better scene later on. For the thumbnail, is what I meant to say there. She looks up to the sky. Rest now, O valiant souls, lay down your weary heads. Go unto the bosom of the Fury, in whose exalted name you bled. I don't know if that's at all how it's supposed to be sung. A Requiem, says Sanson. The song to send souls into the heavens, this is what it was, says Guidelo. Sanson approaches, but decides not to break her prayer or whatever. I was trying to make you sing a song of mourning. God strike me down for a callous fool. He salutes her back. She has not turned to face us. She's still doing her, her ritual. For once, Sanson has it right. Let's show our respects to Selene's fallen comrades. I guess he was saluting the comrades, not her back. Makes more sense. Guidelo gives his arm across his chest and like a nod of the head kind of thing, salute. We talk to Selene here to continue. Again, so many lives lost. Oh, I'm supposed to salute. My new microphone position makes the cord go over my keyboard. It's annoying. It's hard to type. That's why I move it back and forth in between videos. You need not feel bad. The fault is mine for not offering a proper explanation. Men fall far too often in this war we wage. Wishing to spare myself the pain of loss, I've kept my comrades at a distance, yet I always find myself racked with regret that I didn't reach out to them before they were taken. Aye, far better to taste pain than to live with regret. There's no need to deprive yourself of the joy of friendship. I won't, not anymore. I shall learn to savor the time I have with my comrades, as should you. The two of you bicker like an old couple, but life is too short to waste squabbling with your own. So cast aside your differences and have joy of each other's company while you still can. Guidelo gives a big shrug. As far as the Requiem I sang, it was taught to me by a scholar of Ishgardian history. If there is a man alive who knows the song you seek, it will be he. Silviel is his name, Sam Y-L Victor I-E-L, and you will find him at Tailfeather. I suggest you pay him a visit. I take my leave of you. Talk to Sanson to continue. Let's go to Tailfeather, as Selene recommends. This Silvio may know the song, and failing that, he may at least be able to direct us to it. It's the fervent desire to aid our comrades that bestows our songs with power. It makes me wonder, what sort of desire is needed for a song that destroys all? Says Guidelo, and he disappears. We can fly there. We're basically right at the entrance, like I was saying. Check your tail feather. It is fitting I'm flying into tail feather with a bird. A bird mount. Put a bird on it. And then once zoning into Dravanian forelands, right? We fly northwest almost exactly. This is more of a jungly, foresty, tropical, with trees that have 4 or 5 trunks. So like these big trunks form like a pentagon or a square rectangle, and all the trunks go up and kind of in, and then very much in to form like one big trunk. Well, actually, I guess the middle trunk that they form is pretty much the same size as the other trunks, like thickness-wise. And then usually, like, pretty close to where they form together, that's where the canopy starts, of the actual leaves and branches and stuff. But lots of those kind of trees here. I think they're in other zones too, but I don't remember for sure. Here's Sanson at Tailfeather to complete the quest. It appears Sylviel is presently afield on one of his surveys. We must await his return. Tell me, Mercy, what thoughts have you on Selene's inner struggles? Says Guidelo. I say something to him. That's some deep stuff, sister. Truly insightful. A pity that's all lost on Sanson. The bastard's got eyes for naught but his bloody tome. He says as he's playing his harp. Our mission takes us into ever more perilous territory. Pray see to it you are fully prepared for the trials ahead. That's his way of saying level up. 49,920 experience points, and even sadder, 695 gil than the other two. At 900 something for Astrologian and maybe 1,600 for Warrior. But we get Imperial Arrow, which is a 15-second cooldown, 1 charge. It's not like Bloodletter. 240 potency. I believe Bloodletter is 160. Hold on, 130. So Imperial Arrow is like use it. Anytime you can, use it. I don't use Foot Gray. Like, I don't use my stun. That's not a stun. These are for soloing mostly. My bind, which is broken by damage, so it's only 10 seconds anyway, so it's not like it's gonna help me survive a whole lot. But you can run away, I guess, technically, if your Chocobo is also set to not attacking at the moment, so that's something. Leg Graze is much more useful because it's a heavy 40% slow for 10 seconds, so pretty cool. Maybe putting Imperial Arrow, so like if I transfer Pitch Perfect there, but I like to have this be something I use often. My middle mouse button, I use it all the time for my my healers. It's the single target damage button. It's also shift middle mouse button is Asuna, and control middle mouse button is like healer AoE, holy, gravity, whatever. So having it be Imperial Arrow works for me. Pitch Perfect is used so much less frequently. And then, but yeah, you just use this on cooldown. It's off the global cooldown. It's off the GCD. Just use it as much as you can whenever it pops up. Probably pretty early, actually, in the... That's another thing to add now. Gosh dang it. But Bloodletter is so weak in comparison. It's still useful because you can't, like, especially with Mage's Ballad going, you're going to be using it a lot, but I would say Barrage, Raging Strikes. I want to get Imperial Arrow pretty soon in there. No, I don't want to open with it. I want to get the damage buff first, so. And I want to get Battle Voice. So probably now we'd be doing Barrage, Raging Strikes, Wind Bite, Battle Voice, Imperial Arrow, Venomous Bite, and then Wanderer's Minuet, Bloodletter, Heavy Shot, or probably Straight Shot at that point because it'll use the Barrage proc there. Yeah. Anyway, Sanson, Gaidalo, and myself, thank you for watching. We do so hope you've enjoyed. Let me get a little bit more centered here if I can. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.